Hey everybody, Derek with Action to Go Go here. Just doing a quick reaction video to The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn, starring Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, John Cena, Joel Kinnaman, Michael Rooker, Viola Davis, Nathan Fillion. I mean, this movie has a rogues gallery of heavy hitters here, and yeah, I mean the cast is great. I mean. Idris Elba is Bloodsport. Harley Quinn is, I'm sorry, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Anyway, I'm sure you probably have a gist of the characters and the people involved if you have heard of the movie or if you've been tracking this at all. If you're a fan of Action to Go Go, you probably have some awareness of this movie, right? So this is directed by James Gunn. He picked up this project shortly after getting dumped on by Disney for some past tweets, and basically this is just a really straightforward reaction video. Not too fancy with the editing, not too fancy with everything else, but just want to give you my thoughts and just go from there as soon as we can after seeing this really wonderful film. Um, and yeah, Marvel should really be put on notice by this movie. Basically, I know James Gunn is working for Marvel still. I mean, he was involved in a portion of their movies, and he was involved in Endgame and Infinity War, and of course Guardians of the Galaxy. But this movie he made here is really special. This movie is sort of Marvel's worst nightmare, in my opinion, in that this guy James Gunn with this movie took a property that was not well received, or that made moves in the industry, but did not capture hearts and minds the way Marvel films had. DC has their fan base. I think it's a loyal fan base, but that first Suicide Squad was, taken away from the director. It was re-edited. It was redone, and it just wasn't that good of a film. I did watch it, and there was definitely elements of it that worked. There was visually it was good, but the story was terrible. Some of the characters and whatnot were a bit off. The feel of it was good. The direction of it was good, but basically all of that and more was fixed with the Suicide Squad. And I do have the IMDb page here, just using this as sort of a um, guide for myself since this isn't, like I said, this is really off the cuff, but I wanted to put this video out as soon as possible. Basically, this movie does pay respect to the original. Some of the characters are there from the first, which I did like to see, but this is a wild ride, folks. This was a hard rated R film. This was basically, I want to say, DC's Daredevil, or I'm sorry, DC's Deadpool film. Of course, Daredevil wasn't that good of a movie, but this is, DC's Deadpool, and I mean it. Like, and I love the Deadpool films. I think the Deadpool films are the best X-Men movies. They're just good movies. They're good, wild, rated R films, and they're very funny. And this movie was right there with it. This movie may be better than Deadpool because at times, as wild and as crazy as the movie was, it wasn't so in its own head. It was still telling a story. It was just moving forward, and some of it was very beautiful and artistic. I'm just going to put it out there. This movie was very cinematic. It was very funny, and it may have out Deadpool, which is a very high praise for a movie that I love so much. Those Deadpool movies, somehow managed by from the grace of God, were made and were sent to movie theaters, and they're hard R's, they're crazy, they're wild, great casts, and this movie's right here with it. This movie's just as funny as Deadpool. Um, just to go over the cast, I mean, Margot, I'm just going to go down the list because it's the easiest way to capture all of this. Just from the cast standpoint, Margot Robbie is amazing in this. They really do Harley Quinn right. I'm not a super, I'm not the biggest fan of her as this character, but James Gunn really hit it out of the park with her. They give her a great arc. They probably give her too much attention, but you know what? They bring it home so well. I don't care. Like she just does an amazing job, Margot Robbie, and what they do with the character here is great. Idris Elba as Bloodsport, amazing. This is one of his best action. Well, I mean, it's a fairly run of the mill action movie performance for him, but it's such a great movie. He hits it out of the park. I mean, He gives plenty of emotion. He's so solid. You know, you can't go wrong with Idris Elba. Joel Kinnaman, if I'm saying his name right, hopefully he does a great job. As he did a good job in the first one, he was not the problem with the first movie. I'm a fan of his at this point. I think he's done some great work. Really glad to see him in this movie, and they give him a pretty good arc as well. Special shout out to John Cena. John Cena and Idris Elba in this movie have incredible energy. Incredible energy. And John Cena in this movie, this is his best movie so far. I'm just going to say that. He did really good. This is his funniest performance in my opinion since he did that movie with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Actually, we could probably find that real quick. Um, Maybe just take a look at his filmography. But um, yeah, he did amazing in this movie. Oh gosh, I didn't want to do that. Let me do this. I'm sure this movie's fine as well, but yeah, this movie was fantastic. It was a great. It showed off his talents. It showed off his physicality. It showed off his range. And with these, I mean, James Gunn may be the WWE wrestler whisperer at this point with what he's able to do with these characters, or I'm sorry, with these actors, with these performers. You know, I think he really is able to get into these wrestlers' heads and pull out some great performances and pull out some great emotionality with them. You know, just like he was able to do a Dave Bautista as Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And yeah, I'm looking through his stuff here. He did a great was it a cameo in Daddy's Home? That was a great one. Um, God, I'm not really seeing what I'm trying to find here. What was that movie he was in with Tina Fey and um, Amy Poehler, where he did a really good just sort of like a walk-on role sort of thing that really showed off his talents as in comedy. Anyway, you know, I'm not going to lose myself in it too much. This was a really good performance by him. Huge shout out to him. I hope somehow we figure out how to see him again. Um, because it was so funny, guys. It was so funny. This is really just going to hear me waxing poetic about this movie. But there's another character I want to give a shout out to, the Polka Dot Man. God, I wish IMDb would just get its act together, so to speak, when it comes to these characters. But it's this movie was so good, guys. I mean, I enjoyed the violence in it. It's a bit of the good old ultra violence, right? Which is so welcome. And the comedy in it was so crazy. The sci-fi elements were fantastic. Peter Capaldi as the Thinker was great. I love Peter Capaldi. Please check out his work. He was Doctor Who, so I'm sure he's known in the fandom. But if you ever watch the show The Thick of It, it's really his show. He's a firestorm in that TV show that was available on Hulu. I don't know if it still is. But then you also have Sylvester Stallone as King Shark, the heart and soul of the movie. I mean, really, really, really great performance by Sylvester Stallone in the same way that Groot was a great performance for Vin Diesel. Maybe not too much to do, but it was great. King Shark was a great character. James, Mr. Gunn just does an incredible work with these characters. You know, these simple, cute characters he's able to make work. And and I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around, but this is just one of those free-form little videos I'm trying to do here, just to get out ahead of the rush here. But just so good. It was so good on all fronts. All I can say is go see this movie. Go see it in theaters. There's another thing I wanted to add. Basically, I went to see this surrounded by people, like-minded people, and we were laughing. The theater wasn't packed. A little concerned about the gross for the film. Um, but if you want to watch it at home, the cool thing about HBO Max right now is that these movies are basically free. So, on if you have HBO Max, that's a great way to consume it too. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and look down on you if you choose to look at the movie that way as well. But this is special, guys. This is special. Marvel needs to pay attention to this. Marvel really needs to pay attention. This beats the hell out of Black Widow. I'm going to say it right now. I watched Black Widow. Black Widow was good, but Warner Brothers is getting itself together. Warner Brothers is getting their sights lined up, and they have something really special here, and I think they know it. And yeah, yeah, I think that people should enjoy this film and really take notice as to what's going on here. They hit an absolute home run. One of my top 10 superhero films now, maybe top 5 after repeat viewings. I mean, we're gonna give this that's the real test for me. Um, whether I can go back and rewatch these films. But yeah, yeah, this is good. Also, shout out to David Dashmelshin, if I'm saying his name right. I hope so. But yeah, yeah, he gives a great performance as Polka Dot Man. I mean, one of those. Again, this movie's wild, folks. Trust me when I say, yeah, he hits it out of the park as well. Like, this is a special movie, special time. I don't really have anything to say against it. Even the stuff I didn't like, I was just able to sort of put out of my mind because I understood what James Gunn was doing here. He was doing something different. He's doing something special. He's doing something that's meant to smack you in the face. Like, this movie is all about, subverting your expectations, giving you something new, giving you something fresh, giving you something fun. And I really recommend this movie. Please go see it. Check it out. If you have seen it, please let us know what you like and don't like in the comments. Please get some conversations going in the comments. Love hearing from you guys in the comments, always. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I want to keep this one tight. Um, I think this movie is very important. I think it's a turning point. I think Marvel and Disney should be paying very close attention. And all I want is more of this. This was great. This was a good film. This was, in some ways, I think James Gunn's magnum opus. I think he was definitely making a statement with this film, and it's a big home run. Great a great addition to his filmography, to his gallery of cinema, and I'm just glad we got this. This movie cheered me up, gave me gave me plenty, gave me everything I asked for and more. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this review. Please like, subscribe, comment, the whole bit. We will get back to you. We do want to engage, so feel free to fire off some comments. Let us know your opinions. And again, sorry, I'm doing one of these offhand things. Hope you enjoyed it, and definitely want to hear from you guys as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope you all have a good weekend. God bless.
This is Derek Scarzella. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just doing a quick outro. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Above all, we want to hear what you have to say about this video, this movie, what it meant to you. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Check out our website, actionagogo.com. And of course, you can check out my own novels, Knuckle Crackbone, as well as The Vicious Game. Links are all down below. We also have a merch store if you want to enjoy our glorious Action A Go Go electric logo, which is going to come right after this. And of course, again, thank you so much for watching. It's super appreciated. Hope you had a good time. I know we did. Bye.